guys ready for some League of Legends action?
Jackie!
So much damage. Nubu Frost are in the finals.
Okay, so sa lahat ng mga nanonood, good evening everyone, and you're watching one of the matches for the GPL Spring Season 2013. I am Jim Chef, and so far, wala pong match ang Emily tonight, but we are going to continue with the program. So sa lahat na nagtataka, bakit diretso na kagad tayo sa in-game? So apparently, we had some time. We need some time more to prepare for our production. And rest assured, nandito pa rin tayo. So ayan, sa lahat ng hindi nakapanood, BKT banned Elise, Leeson, and Evelyn. On the other hand, SAJ banned Blitz, Kha'Zix, and Twisted Fate. So far, these two teams are yet to be defeated dito sa GPL. Both teams have good standings, and ito na naman tayo. We're seeing that BKT is going for the Ezreal Zyra lineup, which was very effective against the Manila Aguilas. On the other hand, kinontra din nila ang Elise ng SAJ, which they used na nagamit din sa battle between the two teams from Saigon, the SF5 and SAJ. Medyo matagal-tagal yung laban nila, pero let's see. Lineup for BKT is Ezreal, Jarvan, Zyra, Orianna, and Shen for the BKT, completing the BKT lineup. On the meantime, SAJ has chosen Cho'Gath, Nidalee, Misfortune, Jace. Ito, nakita naman natin si Jace, and as well as Sona as their support. We're seeing here that, ayan, Shen taunting and safety, running for his life, at hindi na siya umabot because of the ignite of given by Orianna. And with that, first blood goes to Bangkok Titans. Napakabilis na mga pangyayari, mga kaibigan. And so far, we're seeing here that even though that that Sona has been killed, the rest of the team of SAJ is still roaming and patrolling their respected areas para hindi makapag-invade dito ang Bangkok Titans. So far, we're seeing here an interesting build na naman, in which almost all champions of the Saigon Jokers are having this Crystalline Flask. Mukhang na nagiging trending na ito because of the substantial mana sustain and health sustain that it would give in the lane. And so far, ito, BKT is now opting to go for the route, going to the red buff. In the meantime, ito, SAJ is also going for the red buff route dito sa laban na ito. So interestingly enough, both jungles are not opting to get their respected blue buffs in the first start dito sa laban na ito. So far, both teams are going for the let's say standard laning phase, in which two champions, on which the top champions are the Bruisers. At ito, Sona being punished again by Ceres dito sa kanyang pag-i-inspect ng tribes ng Bangkok Titans. And we're going to see a match again with Shen and Nidalee. Both of these champions are very good in terms of split pushing, and we'll see kung paano nila gagawa ng paraan dito. On the other hand, ito, interestingly enough, Jace versus Orianna in the mid lane. So, medyo kata-kata to, pero we have yet to see kung anong potential ang pwede nilang i-put up dito. So, this is a setup wherein Bangkok, Saigon Jokers is opting for an AD mid instead of an AP mid. Tingnan natin kung paano nila may-utilize to, given the advancement or pag-level ni Orianna dito, medyo makati-kati na to. So far, lineup-wise, we're only seeing the gold advantage of the Bangkok Titans dahil dun sa first blood nila. And so far, CS-wise, halos pantay na pantay. We're seeing Shen really taking advantage of the early game potential of the lane. And so far here, Junie taking the initial knock-up pero hindi tumama, and disengage dito ang Saigon Jokers. Grabe. Ang aga pa lang, ma-action na. So far, ito, Saigon Jokers leads 1-0 against the... Bangkok Titans leads against the Saigon Jokers 1-0. Ito, so far, we're seeing here that lane-wise, very aggressive ang playstyle dito ng Bangkok Titans. We're seeing that even though Sona is a support champion for their AD carry, which is Misfortune, hindi magawa ng Saigon Jokers na makapag-advance. Napakasakit ng skills nitong Zyra and Ezreal combo, in which ang hirap din pumuesto. Pero yun nga lang, sustain-wise, as the game would progress, if Bangkok Titans would be passive and just farming, may hirapan sila dito na kontrahin tong poke-style team comp ng Saigon Jokers. Ayan, kitang-kita naman, first, the lands of Nidalee, the first skill, third skill combo of Jace, and Yan Oriana forcing to flash out dahil sa attempt gank ni Junie with the initial damage dealing ni QTV dito, and the next time Junie comes around to kill NVM, ayan ako, wala na siyang patakas, and Shen using the taunt, next water trying to sustain with the heal, and still Shen very persistent in attacking next water. Sobrang ma-action itong laban na to. Even though Nidalee is a range champion, nagagawa pa rin ng paraan ni Shen na makahabol. CS for almost all lanes are dead equal. Okay, halos parehas na parehas lang. Pero so far, we have yet to see the NDD go and visit a lane. So far, he tried to go on top pero hindi hindi na-initiate yung laban na yun. So far, this early game phase is dead center in terms of the top and bot lane. However, dito sa mid lane, we're seeing that Jace is leading in terms of CS against Oriana. Alright, sa lahat ng nanonood, you are now watching one of the matches for the GPL. Even though wala tayong Manila Aguilas fight ngayon, which is bukas pa on Sunday, tuloy-tuloy pa rin tayo sa ating broadcast. Okay, so far we're seeing here that Shen and Nidalee haven't got home yet. Looking at the gold so far, halos pantay na pantay sila dito. Hindi nagkakali. It's just almost 1 minion wave away. Shen only leads here because of the support he got from the Sona kill kanina for the first blood. And so far, ito, we're seeing Entangle, first skill, second kill ni Ezreal, forced to use cleanse. Dito si Miss Fortune para lang hindi mamatay. And with that, the Bangkok Titans are slowly taking advantage of the bot lane. Tingnan natin kung paano nila gagawa ng paraan ito. And so far, we're seeing here that even though Leia is a melee champion, nagagawa pa rin niya na paraan na sumabay dito kay Nidalee na ubos na ang mana, which is most of the time she will be forced to use the melee, the cougar form. At iyan, attempted taunt by Shen, pero fast reflexes coming from Nick's water and he just blinks away. So far, total team gold score 9.2k for the Bangkok Titans and 8.7 thousand for the Saigon Jokers. So far, ayan, total team gold difference doesn't really make that big. Napakaliit po ng diferensya. Only 400 in the almost 8-minute mark. And only Oriana has the advantage, pero so far hindi niya pa ma-utilize to ng maayos as Jace is really pressuring him in the lane. We're seeing here Entangle initiated by Ceres. So for follow-up by Ezreal, the 1-2 combo, and Archie having lost almost one half of his life being regenerated by Sona as the support. So far, napaka-stagnant ng laban na to. Hindi pa rin natin nakikita na umikot dito si Jarvan, and yan, habang nagsasalita ako, napakaganda pag-focus nila kay Sona, and Sona blinking out, pero yun nga lang, Shen trying to go in, pero it's a little bit too late. Ceres trying to run for his life. MF using the bullet time. QTV chasing Ceres and trying to kill, which is very successful for champions of the Saigon Jokers. Ang bilis ng responde nila dito. And with that, it's a 2-for-none exchange, and the advantage of taking the Dragon probably uncontested dito. And so far, ayan, mukhang hindi nila tinuloy at as QTV just went home and bought the Brutalizer. So interesting summoner skills. Jace having the teleport, ang bilis ng responde dito. Anytime he could go around and make backup for his teammates. So far dito, total team gold difference is now in the advantage of the Saigon Jokers, and so far Nidalee has gone home and already has the armor, the Sapphire Crystal, and the Chain Vest para makasurvive sa physical damage na binibigay ni Shen dito in the lane. And so far here we have counter wards being taken down by NVM dito sa laban na ito. And ayan, ultimate given by Ezreal to clean off the minion wave to push for the bottom outer turret of the Saigon Jokers. Napakaganda ng performance dito ng both teams. Both teams are really respecting each other in terms of lane potential. If they engage in a fight, they really see to it na talagang buong puso. Jarvan going in, using his ultimate. QTV trying to hammer away. Pero hindi na siya nakatakas dito. At ayan, Ceres being ulted by Sona. Kaso lang, free hit dito si Skills giving a 1v1 fight dito sa ADR ng both teams. And so far ito, Choga to the backup, Skills running away, pero Archie giving some normal attacks habang sumusugod siya, and with the bullet time and paniguradong knock-up stun, Ezreal goes down. So ayan, gaya na sinasabi ko, the poke team composition of the Saigon Jokers is starting to manifest dito. And so far, I think we are having some technical difficulties with regards to connection. Hindi mukhang medyo nawalan ata tayo ng connection, pero so far we'll be right back after we fix this minor problem. Again, you are watching GPL 2013.
You guys ready for some League of Legends action?
And yeah, apologies for the minor connection problem that we had experienced. Kita-kita natin, and we resume in a team fight dito sa bot lane. Both teams have fully engaged here habang nagpupush si Orianna and Nidalee on the respective sides. Namatay dito sa laban na to MF, and in the meantime patay din dito si Zyra. Pero it's a good exchanging for SAJ. Eto, QTV running towards Jarvan trying to back away. Kaso nga lang, Skills having the free hit and targeting Sona. Tingnan natin kung aabot nga ba. Free hit nga ba? Sona goes down, pero critical din ang buhay ni Skills dito. Skills tries to run away. Jace on the chase, pero walang mana. Jace tries to poke, pero with the gate, gets enough movement speed to shut down and kill Ezreal. In the meantime, Leia having a critical life. Yun nga lang, Junie taking the bulk of the tower damage, pero they are giving this one to QTV. And QTV gets the triple kill, on the other hand being shut down by Orianna, who visits the bot as well. In the meantime, habang nangyayari lahat ng action na yon, we're seeing that Next Water is continually pushing the top lane and no one is contesting her again. Nakita natin to sa huling laban with the Team Manila Agres wherein katapat ni Nidali si Sinch, and Sinch was not able to do anything about it. The big issue here is when Shen tries to support or go into team fights using his ultimate, naiiwan niya yung lane, and knowing Nidali as a very potent push champion, it gives her enough time para makapag-push ng dire-diretso dito. So far, ayan, we're seeing here that in terms of total team gold and team fights, it's still dead center. However, if you would look at the total team, in the individual gold for each champion, mapapansin natin dito na the bulk of the gold for the Bangkok Titans is focused on Oriana. However, sabay na sabay pa rin sila ni Jace, and being in a position na ang ganda ng pagkakaset up ng wards dito ni Sona, this gives an opportunity for SAJ to take the Dragon. So, kung kanina advantage dito ang Bangkok Titans, we're now slowly seeing that the Saigon Jokers is having a good strategy in which they could counter this all-out CC team coming from the Bangkok Titans. And so far, eto, Next Water again having to continue to push dito sa top lane. In CS matches, we are seeing here that mukhang lamang at malaki na ang lamang dito ni Nidali dahil sa pag-iwan niya sa top lane habang sinusuportahan niya ang kanyang mga teammates during the team fights, especially dito sa bot lane. However, kapansin-pansin din their mid lane, NVM, is not that visiting other lanes except if it's on the last second, kung kailan siya yung tagalinis nung laban. And so far, apologies for the minor adjustments that we have to make. We are seeing here in terms of CS counts, lamang po ang SAJ, pero in terms of item builds, hindi sila nagkakalayo in the items that they have right now. For both ADRs, they have the Bloodthirster, and for the supports, they have the Sightstone. And interestingly enough, Cho'Gath has invested as well for a Sightstone dito to help their support in warding the lanes. And so far here, Shen versus Nidali. Nidali having a good exchange of damage dun sa sa top lane. And so far, ito, Ceres trying to outflank Archie, pero Archie knowingly dodges the plants summoned by Zyra. And makita dito, Junie taking take is provoking NND here dito sa mid lane, habang si QTV ay unti-unting binabawasan ang buhay ng outer middle turret ng Bangkok Titans. Total team gold is still very, very tight, 25 against 26 in the 18-minute mark. Kills are also very, very close, 7-8 still in favor of the Saigon Jokers. So far, ito, hindi pa natatapos tong laning phase na to. Both teams are not yet ready for their towers to be taken down respectively. 1-1 pa rin tayo sa tower kills at 18 minutes na. So, ayaw pa rin nilang umalis dito sa kanyang lanes. Mukhang kulang pa sa, not enough farm pa po tayo dito. Yun nga lang, you have to see that Jarvan already has the Warmog. So when a team fight comes and SAJ mistakenly focuses all their skills to Jarvan, nako, critical ang sitwasyon doon na if Jarvan survives, it would be very dire for SAJ to make the clashes long enough, since there are a poke team composition. Kung magawa ng Bangkok Titans na makapasok sila dito sa loob, ay mahihirapan na ang SAJ na bumawi sa team fight kung saang mga ma-initiate to. Pero so far, both teams are very, very cautious in initiating. SAJ, Junie is camping on the mid lane, pero yun nga lang, NVM is very careful as well dito sa laban na to. And so far, both teams are now setting up for the bot lane. Teams are now pinging, and we are seeing here that NDD nakita si Junie, and with the ultimate of Shen naiwan mag-isa. Leia going in, and QTV taking a lot of damage. Ceres going in, as well as Jarvan and Shen. Lahat sila pumasok, pero yun nga lang, naiwan si Ezreal doon. And we are now seeing Bangkok Titans trying to reflank the lane. And ito, Ceres takes the knock-up, Jarvan going in. And Leia still taunting using the cleanse of Archie. Nakataka siya pero na-exhausting natin kung anong mangyayari dito. Safety trying to help his teammates pero yun nga lang, hindi na ata abot. In the meantime, we're seeing as well na ito, last-ditch effort Safety kills Ceres pero yun nga lang, it was avenged by Leia. So far, ito habang nangyayari lahat ng yun, the life of the inhibitor turret is now only 1/3. Napaka-busy ni Nixwater dito. Ang gandang segue at hindi ito napansin ng SAJ, ng BKT dun sa laban na yun. And so far, even though it was a good team fight in favor of the Bangkok Titans, they sacrificed the life of their inhibitor turret for that team fight, which is very, very dangerous. Lalo na kapag inulit-ulit ng ganong strategy ng SAJ sa Bangkok Titans ito, wherein they would focus team fights in the bottom area of the map to give way for Nixwater to push and continue to destroy their base. So far, the score is not that big, pero yun nga lang, we're seeing that SAJ is continue and slowly outplaying Bangkok Titans dito. Sa lahat ng nangyaring team fights, we're only seeing a 4v5 fight. Hindi pa sumasali si Nidalee dito. The main purpose of Nidalee is just to push. And we're now also seeing that Archie, together with the wagon, has now destroyed the outer bottom turret at ang sakit ng kanyang damage. BKT skills having only one half of his life left dito sa laban na ito. And so far, ito, dead center na naman tayo. Shen doing the same old strategy wherein he pushes the top lane when his ultimate is on cooldown, trying to go back and support his teammates. And we are seeing that 3 of the champions for both teams are now trying to initiate, not knowing that parehas silang maglalaban-laban dito with the 3 versus 3. Jarvan going in, skills using some skill shots, MF using the bullet time, and yun nga lang, Ceres goes down first. BKT skills using his ultimate, Junie supporting, giving a knock-up, and it's a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of the Saigon Jokers. And with that, habang nangyayari yun, we're seeing Nixwater has ultimately destroyed 3 towers of the top lane, exposing the inhibitor of the Bangkok Titans. So ito, napakahirap ng sitwasyon ng Bangkok Titans dito. Kahit nasabihin mong well-farmed at pantay na pantay sila sa gamit, pagdating sa playstyle at strategy, mukhang hindi sila makasabay ng maayos dito. And for the second time around, the Dragon goes to the Saigon Jokers. Grabe ang strategy. Yeah, as you can see, ang ganda ng poke team composition ng Saigon Jokers dito. It really shows how effective Jace, especially MF, really is. Kapag inabutan ka ng ultimate ni Sona and nag-bullet time si MF dito, ang sakit. With the follow-up knock-up coming from Jace, napaka-critical. The 2 AD build, AD lineup, AD carry lineup is very effective so far against a team that would dive in. Hindi pa sila nakakalapit, ang sakit na ng damage nila. And so far here, we're seeing Nixwater trying and going to the mid lane, and Bangkok Titans trying to defend the rest of the remaining lanes that they have as much as possible. Ceres having the Oracle for the game. At ayan, sa lahat ng kakatunin pa lang, you are now watching a fight between the Saigon Jokers and the Bangkok Titans. Jarvan using his ultimate, forcing a flash coming from Jace. Kaso lang, Jace having the poke damage. Ang sakit ng damage mo, sir. Grabe. And ito na naman tayo. We're seeing again, Nidalee camping again the top lane, trying to pressure Shen, that if Shen would initiate or commit to a team fight, it will leave the top lane open. Ito na naman tayo. Shen going in. Oriana using his ultimate. Junie using the flash para makatakas. Yun nga lang, Ceres giving the ultimate as well. Ang daming binitawan na ultimates doon ng Bangkok Titans just for one champion, and in the end, hindi pa rin nila ito napatay. So, this would signal the Saigon Jokers that they could do this time the initiation, since all of the ultimates of the Bangkok Titans are now on cooldown. So, problema to para sa Bangkok Titans kung paano nila gagawa ng paraan itong if in the event na mag-initiate dito ang Saigon Jokers. So far, ayan, we're seeing that yes, the total team gold is almost close, 5,000 in the 25-minute mark. The team kills is almost the same, pero the big difference here in this game is the 2 dragon kills, and as well as the very well-placed coordination and in team fights of the SAJ. Ang ganda, blink initiation with the ultimate coming from Sona, and follow-up knock-up coming from Cho'Gath, finishing Ceres in the process. So far, ito nga, dahil nga on cool daw ang skills and ultimates ng Bangkok Titans dito, hindi sila makagawa ng paraan kung paano mag-i-initiate dito. Jarvan just roaming around Cho'Gath, doing the knock-up. At ito, sa tower sila nag-clash. Tingnan natin kung paano gagawa ng paraan to. Shutdown kay Cho'Gath, taking the bulk of the tower damage. Pero yun nga lang, at the exchange of how many champions dito for Bangkok Titans, Archie continually freeing to have a free hit. And again, this is a 3-for-1 exchange plus a tower in favor of the Saigon Jokers. And with that, Nextwater again continually pressing up the top lane. At ito, habang nakafocus sila dito kay Nextwater, it gives enough time for the mid lane of the Saigon Jokers to push again another tower. And we're seeing here Ceres being targeted. Ceres using the ulti, pero a good dodge. Yun nga lang na exhaust. Tingnan natin kung aabot ang first kill ni Jace, which was a little off in the target. Yun nga lang, Archie has also destroyed the second, the middle inhibitor of the Bangkok Titans. Napakahirap ng sitwasyon ngayon ng Bangkok Titans. Hindi nila alam kung paano didiskartehan si Nidalee. So far, in almost all GPL matches for the spring season to 2013, ang hirap, the teams are having a hard time to counter this Nidalee push strat. So far, ito, we're seeing that Shen is still incapable of silencing or suppressing this kind of strategy. Yun nga, even though they tried to counter SAJ in terms of good tanky champions that would initiate and good gap closers, hindi sila makalapit ng maayos, in a sense that nagagawan pa rin ng paraan. The mobility of the SAJ is so great or so high that Bangkok Titans is having a hard time to go inside, and especially Jarvan to initiate their team fight. So kapag nagawan, and so far ito, napakakunat na rin dito ni MF, having a Warmogs here, knowing that she is one of the number 1 targets here for the Bangkok Titans. Paano kaya didiskartehan to ng Bangkok Titans? And so far, ito, the last lane not to be pushed here by the SAJ is the bottom lane, and all out na sila dito. The life of the tower slowly goes down. MF with the bullet time. Nextwater getting the last hit for the turret to go down, and we're seeing Junie trying to out-position here the Bangkok Titans, and again, the inhibitor has been destroyed. Ultimate coming from Sona. Napakagad na pagpasok. Jarvan trying to make his time in the fight worth it. Ceres using the ultimate as well. Yun nga lang, mukhang hindi na to aabot. Shen also goes down from Cho'Gath. It's a 2-for-2 exchange so far, pero we're seeing here that the base of the Bangkok Titans is now being cleared. Ceres being targeted away, outplayed. Napakagandang fake back yon para sa nang ginawa ng SAJ, and NVM goes down as well. Hindi nila na-anticipate dito yung mobility talaga ng Bangkok, ng SAJ, na kaya, even though mukha silang magbaback with the movement speed given by the gate, as well as the movement speed of Nidalee. Again, this is a clear-cut way to win a match with the great pushing potential coming from the top, as well as a good team composition Saigon Jokers wins Game 1 of the GPL match tonight. So again, looking at the stats, as you can see, napaka ganda nung pinakita dito ng Saigon Jokers with the MF Sona combo. Nagawa nila na paraan i-shutdown yung Ezreal Zyra matchup nila, even though yun nga in the first parts of the game medyo hindi pabor sa kanila yung sitwasyon, lalo nung na first blood si Sona, pero it doesn't mean that your team couldn't get back to the fight. So ayan, sa lahat ng nasa channel natin, good evening sa lahat ng nandyan at nanonood kahit na walang laban ng Emily. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. I am Jim Shift and you are watching one of the matches of the GPL. So ayan, looking at the stats, kung titignan natin, sa lahat ng laban you are going to see that in all team fights, 14 out of 15 out of 20 team fights nandun si Sona. And you would see that she is a really good support special ito, Warmogs. And with the ADR Warmogs, paano mo nga naman papatahin to? Problema nga to para sa Bangkok Titans. And even though Nidalee wasn't built for the AD Bruiser build, with the Liandry's Torment, every time na may tatamang skill, it's a percentage life burn. So, kahit na gaano kakapal yung buhay ni Shen, nagawan pa rin ng paraan dito ni Nixwater na masustain yung lane. So, good job, SAJ. So far, sila pa rin ngayong gabi ang may clean slate besides TPA. So, next match na tayo. We're trying to go to the room after some commercial breaks. I'll be back. So, again, sa lahat ng nanonood, magandang gabi. This is Jim Chef and you're watching GPL Spring 2013.
Are you guys ready for some League of Legends action?
Jackie!
so much damage. Dubu Frost are in the finals.
League of Legends is played in 5 versus 5 team combat. Each player controls an individual champion, using its unique abilities to aid allies and destroy enemies. Each team has a base filled with minions, turrets, and most importantly, the Nexus. The first team to push into the enemy base and destroy their Nexus wins the game. Players kill enemy minions, turrets, and champions to acquire gold and experience, growing stronger over the course of the match. Gold purchases powerful items, while experience allows a champion to level up and improve their special abilities. The scoreboard at the top of the screen shows you how many champion kills and how much gold each team has acquired. While these numbers are good indicators of how each team is performing, the only thing that matters is the destruction of the Nexus. No game is truly over until the final seconds.
So sa lahat na nag-aantay, okay, welcome sa PH channel for the Garena Premier League. Ngayong gabi, mag-isa ako solo flight. I am GM Shift. So salamat sa ating mga loyalista. Tonight, Game 2 ng laban ngayong gabi is between SF5, again, one of the teams for Saigon, and SGS. So yan, hindi pa tapos yung laban ng SGS. Yung naglaban kanina was Bangkok Titans and SAJ, the Saigon Jokers. So, onting antay-antay lang kayo. Okay, all teams are now in the game room, pero we're still waiting for the go signal from our official GPL team to start. So, onting antay lang. Ayan, habang nag-aantay tayo, ayan, batiin natin tong mga nandito at mahilig mag-comment dito sa room. Okay, so yes. Ito, binabati natin si Alex, Jason, Gia, Michael Figueroa, Megamac. Okay. And Johan Fabelo, yeah, with commenting, sana maganda performance ng bagong Emily player. So far, yes, sad to say that they have lost 2 games consecutively against the strongest team for the last season, TPA, and the weakest link for the last season, which is the Bangkok Titans. Pero tingnan natin kung anong magagawa nating paraan dito. And sa mga nakakarating pa lang, again, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. I'm GM Shift and you are listening. Okay, hindi pa kayo nanonood. Nakikinig lang kayo sa akin dito sa one of the matches for the GPL Spring Season 2013. So sa lahat ng nanonood, ayan, medyo dumadami-dami na tayo. Okay, so antay-antay lang kayo. Ayan, ayan, sad to say that watch and win will only be implemented when Emily has a match. So kung walang match ang Emily, nandito lang tayo para manood at tingnan kung paano gumalaw yung kalaban. Okay? So, chill-chill lang tayo. Okay, binabati natin si Jalu Bagsarsa. At yan. Maganda kami sa'yo, tol. Ayan. Sa lahat na ayan. I'm back. Medyo nagkaroon na tayo ng adjustments. Okay. So, ayan. Ang laban ng Emily, which will be tomorrow and sa Sunday, 7 p.m. Okay? So, onting tiis-tiis lang. Ngayon, pahinga-pahinga muna, pero ako hindi pa nagpapahinga. Ayan. So, nagtatanong kay Whitwear, kung ilang laban pa ang merong, kung ngayong gabi yung tinatanong mo, we still have 2 matches to shoutcast, and for the whole event, each team probably would have 40 matches. Again, same as the last season. Yun nga lang, mas marami ngayon kasi may nadagdag ng ibang teams for from other regions, which is from Taipei and from Saigon. So, onting-antay lang, as scheduled, the game would start roughly around 8 p.m. So, kaka 8 p.m. pa lang dito sa Garena office time. Antay-antay lang tayo sa ayan. Wait lang. Isa-scroll down muna natin yung sa may mga nagpapabati dun sa ating Facebook. Okay. So, ayan. Clan TJW, pabati po ako. Rainier, Suko, pati sa clanmates niya, pinapabati. Ayan, pati sa GF niya. Lahat na, sinoutcast. Binroadcast na kay Meg. Ayan, magandang gabi daw. Okay. So, ayan, kung may mga tanong kayo at gustong malaman, sabihin nyo lang dito sa ating chat. So, ayan, it's kay Chicano Familia 187. Napakaganda, napaka-creative ng name mo. Ayan, kuya, pabati po, please. Yan, binabati na kita.
League of Legends is played in
ayan, sad to say, yes. The whole Emily team has been revamped, but yun nga lang, with high hopes. Okay, crossing my fingers, sana makagawa sila ng paraan to make a very good comeback sa laban nila. Okay. So, yun. Tingnan natin kung ayan, kay Aaron Rivera na nagpapabati ng clan JY. Tingnan natin kung paano ayan. Okay, so may panibagong tanong si Mr. Whitwear. Salamat po sa sagot. Ilan taro para so far this league doesn't have elimination. So, this is a multiple round robin matchup for all teams. So, the highest number of wins will be the winner. So, kay Joshua Estorel, ayan, binabati rin kita and sa lahat ng naglalaro dyan sa Dugupan. And speaking of that, eto na tayo. Game 2 na tayo. Mamaya, sasagutin ko yung mga tanong nyo pagbalik natin. So, eto, pakita na natin ang ating game screen. So, ayan. We're seeing now that SF5, one of the teams for Saigon, is the first ban. Pinili nila ban si Malphite. On the other hand, sinagot to ng ban na Zyra. And Blitzcrank being banned by SF5 as well as Jarvan. On the other hand, Rice and Evelyn. So, these are the champions used by SF5 against SAJ dun sa last nilang laban last week. So, ito naman, we're seeing here that since Lee Sin is available, probably ito. I'm not still familiar of the potential of SF5 since bagong-bagong team lang sila. The profile, I haven't yet, my sources haven't profiled them good enough para magawan sila ng pros and cons. Pero so far, SGS, this is knowing the team of SGS, sa lahat ng nakakaalam, meron silang, so far, may mga umiikot-ikot na balita na meron silang bagong member. So we have to wait for that to be shined upon. And so far, ito, first pick of the Bangkok Titans is Lee Sin, followed by the AD pick Ito, suking-suki na to si Ezreal with Olaf being picked as well. On the other hand, we are seeing a potential Nunu Graves combo dito sa bottom to counter this Ezreal. Pero if in the event that Ezreal will be supported by Sona, medyo mahihirapan tong Graves Nunu as they have no sustain. And speaking of sustain, ayan, mukhang they're more opting to go for Tarek here. So, probably being a new team here in the league, I would say that SF5 is more on the choosing comfort champions in which hindi sila masyadong pressured na gamitin. So, I have yet to see kung kung gagamitin for jungle or for top tong si Lee Sin. In the meantime, we have Shen again being picked for one of the matches of the GPL. Shen having the potential to split push and to support teammates even though malayo siya. Yun nga lang, as what we have seen in the last game, medyo na-choke sila ni Nidali doon sa discarding yun. And it has happened as well in the one of the matches of the Manila Aguilas. Na Nidali dre. Okay. So ayan, sa lahat ng kakapanood pa lang, magandang gabi sa inyo. You are watching GPL 2013 Spring Season. At yan, kay Gimel Garcia. Pabati po kami dito sa GG Cyber Cafe. Okay, sa lahat ng nanonood, magandang gabi sa inyo. I'm Jim Shift. And although hindi nyo ako nakikita, ayan, gaya ng sabi ko, we still have to set up all of our equipment kasi masyado siyang malaki at marami. Ayan, boses ko lang muna ang maririnig. Ayun yun, hindi nyo ako malalait ngayon. And anyway, going back to the matchup, we're seeing here that Oriana is now being picked again for the second time ngayong gabi as SF5 is choosing Oriana. And Mauka, no questions asked. This is one of the most influential jungles in my opinion. Okay. Looking at the last pick of SGS, Katarina. So we'll see kung paano nila diskartehan dito paano nila didiskartehan dito si Chowie that would play Katarina as mid. Yun nga lang, looking at the team compositions, okay? We are seeing that the composition of SF5 is more focused on gap closing ability. With the ultimate of Maokai as well as his second skill, it would negate almost a lot of damage being produced by SGS. However, on the other hand, we are seeing that SGS is, although isa lang ang kanilang range champion, their tankiness potential is very scary. So, especially kapag pinagsama mo dyan si Olaf and si Shen, aray ko po, ang dalawang pader yan na kayang tumagos sa inyo sabay. Okay. So, ito, interestingly enough, medyo mahaba-haba ang ating time remaining para i-check ang kanilang mga stats. Looking at the runes here. Uy, ba't wala? Mukhang disappearing act tayo dito. Ayan. Looking at the runes of Take Hui, one of the new players here in the GPL. Standard magic-based items and defense, pero yun nga lang, wala siyang PDEF. Okay. Going for Lee Sin, which is being used by Navy. Eto, flat armor, initial health burst sa early game, magic resist, and physical damage. Going back, Nunu. Eto, ang kanilang support sa lahat ng mga nanonood. Ayan. Ayan. Ayan, nagkamali lang ako. Hindi partida yun. Imba na yun kapag ganun nangyari. Okay, looking at the Nunu's runes, SF5 AC with the magic resist flat. A little bit of health. Hybrid runes to with scaling magic resist as well. And GP10 quintessences and flat armor, mga kaibigan. And so far, ito, AD carry ng SF5. Armor, a little bit of crit chance, magic resist, scaling, and flat physical damage. So, ito, critical to. Wala siyang armor. So, by that, I could assume that this is going to be more of a aggressive aggressive lane para sa SF5. And looking at the jungle, armor, magic resist, scaling, ability power, and attack speed. In the meantime, tingnan natin kung may oras pa tayo. Looking at the support for SGS, Kai Ling with GP10, flat magic resist, and flat armor. So no whatsoever damage for that. Talagang full support. Looking at darkness, eto, kitang-kita, movement speed, armor, MR. Okay, yan na. The runes say it for themselves. Kita-kita hybrid pero with focus to movement speed, armor, and magic resist. Going back for the jungle all-out kay Hallelujah, looking at the runes, we are flat armor, flat magic resist, and all-out physical damage as well. So, hampas to the max ito. And with their ADR kay Illy 4, yeah, we have still enough time. Flat armor, mana regen, scaling, magic resist, physical damage, and eto, more or less, since Graves ang katapat niya, knowing Graves, you don't need any magic resist. For that, for the meantime, yun nga lang, if Nunu decides to increase the slow, medyo masakit-sakit yun. And last but not the least, Chowie, we are seeing here, ayan, the runes speak for themselves. AP, armor, MR. So, magic penetration, magic resist, ability power, and with a little bit of armor. So, technically, I would say, Katarina, the runes of Katarina against the runes of Ariana, it is more balanced for Chowie in terms of laning. Pero yun nga, we have yet to see kung paano nila gagawa ng paraan to. So, sa lahat nagtatanong ko sino nanalo sa Game 1 kanina. Game 1, Bangkok Titans versus SAJ, panalo ang Saigon Jokers doon. Even though closely match, halos parehas na parehas ang kills and total team gold. Yun nga lang, outplayed ang Bangkok Titans doon sa ginawang team composition ng SAJ where it's a poke team. So far, ito, both teams are more or less head-on bruisers to. Pero the thing is, kapag pinabayaan ng SF5 dito si Katarina na makapag-ultimate, ang sakit nito, sir. Pero yun nga lang, if early game, they have one of the early gank potential, especially when Maokai is kahit level 2 pa lang si Maokai, kaya niyang pumasok sa isang lane at mag-gank. We'll see on how SF5 would use this early game advantage against the SGS, which is well known to scale very well in the mid to end game phase ng laban. So ito, I cannot say anything so far about SF5. What would I want to focus here is the strategy of SGS so far based on profiling nila. Okay, even though medyo nahirapan sila pagdating sa early game phase up to the mid game phase, come mid game phase to the end game phase, sila yung isa sa mga teams dito for the league, including the TPA, which has a good sustain in terms of being attentive to details. Nagagawa nila ng paraan kahit na napugo sila sa simula na makabawi and consistency sa kanilang mga lanes. And so far, we are seeing here that both teams are now almost just one river away from each other. Oriana making some visions to scout dito sa bush dito sa mid, and nandun sila sa tinatawag ni Jahuti na banana bush for the blue team, and both teams have not yet roamed around. Yun nga lang, there have been wards being put up by SF5 to counter any possible aggressive jungle coming from the SGS. And ayan, mukhang stalemate, and they would go to their normal jungling routes. Okay, in the meantime, habang wala pa masyadong nangyayari, I will just try to fix dito. Ayan, one of the special features of the spectator mode. So ayan, sa lahat na nagtatanong, okay, kung kailan ang spectator mode, antay-antay lang kayo ng announcements or bubulagain na lang namin kayo what happened to Dominion. So we'll see kung paano. Antay-antay na lang kayo. And so far, ito, Yan. So far, yan. Sinasabi nga, may Slim Shady. Wala sa skin ang laban. Nasa naglalaro yan. So, even though Makoy has no skin, although he's not that presentable. Okay. We'll see kung paano niya gagawa ng paraan to ngayong gabi. So, sa lahat ng nanonood ngayon, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. I'm Jim Chef and you're watching one of the second game for tonight sa GPL 2013 spring season. It's between the Singapore Sentinels against the Saigon Fantastic Five. Okay, so far, lane-wise, Shen versus Lee Sin. Comfort champion, I would suppose. The comfort champion of Navy is Lee Sin dito. So far, matchup-wise, both champions have good sustain. Both champions have good damage. Pero yun nga lang, Lee Sin is, I would say Lee Sin is more flexible in terms of laning. Okay? Lee Sin is more flexible compared to Shen pre-level 6. Pero yun nga lang, once Shen goes level 6, medyo may hirapan ng it would give opportunity for Lee Sin to push. However, it would give a lot of opportunity for SGS to win team fights if used right. So far ito, we're seeing Garena, sinasabi ko, Chowie being ganked here by SF5 Egg. Ang hirap i-pronounce ng kanilang ng pangalan, but yun nga. Pero yun nga lang, nakataka siya dito. And so far, having that said and done, we're seeing here that Navy is continually trying to make an early push here against Shen, which is not that effective as kung si Maokai ay magbabalak mag-gank dito sa top, masyadong malapit sa Tori to. And yun nga, being said, SF5 Egg has opted to counter jungle the golems, and yun, with that, eto, kita natin si Oriana using the flash habang hinahalasan ni Hallelujah, diving into the tower. Tingnan natin kung paano gagawa ng parang dito, naka-ignite. Chowie going in, pero mukhang aabot pa. Ang gandang rescue from Kailing, and with that, first blood goes to SGS. So, well-coordinated clash for that. Yun nga lang, there have been a lot of summoner spells being burned there. Flash and Ignite of Katarina, as well as the Ghost of Olaf. And in the meantime, habang iniwanan ni Tarik si Ezreal dito, so far, hindi nagkakalayo ng CS, which is a very, very good. Still in favor of this roundup, or the matchup is still in favor of SGS in terms of laning dito sa bot lane. Nagagawa pa rin ng palang kahit na gumala yung yung support ng SGS, ay nagagawa pa rin ng paraan na masustain ni Ezreal yung lane. In the meantime, it's a very good decision. I have to point this out that since SF5 has overextended in the lane and worrying that they might be ganked and still no wards dito sa areang to, they have opted to kill the golem first habang pinapababa nila yung minions. Pero yun nga lang, knowing this, SGS has cautiously only last hitting the minions close enough to the towers. And eto rin, we're seeing here that Chowie is more or less very aggressive dito sa lane na to, not allowing Oriana to have a convenient early game farming phase. So eto, medyo na-psych out na dito si Oriana, having being killed in first blood. And samantala, dito sa top, Darkness is now going for the kill. And Navy blinking out, trying to run away. And with dashing in to an ally, nakataka siya dun sa pangyayari ngayon. Pero I guess that flash being burned is not necessary, since nakita mo naman yung minion wave na paakyat na. So we'll see on how this decision would affect this lane. So far ito, Egg has also opted to support the top lane, knowing that Olaf is also there, and we are now back to the lane. So far, as you can see, ito, interestingly, confident, I would assume that confident ng SGS dito na they don't need to further gank the mid lane, since nakapag-snowball na dito si Katarina with the items. Yun nga lang, it gives enough opportunity for SGS na maka-respond din ng mas mabilis, knowing that ang aasikasuhin lang ng SF5 is only the top lane. So alam na nila kung ano ang frequently na dadalawin ng SF5 jungle dito kapag nag-press sila ng pag-press. So far, usually, we're seeing Oriana being the one who is the aggressive one. Pero tingnan natin kung paano gagawin dito. We're seeing here that a battle in the blue buff has been initiated. Ultimate given by Katarina. And eto, with the finishing blow coming from Shen and the SF5 Navy having a little bit of life kahit na may armor pa siya. A good axe throw coming from kay Ola finishes the kill. And eto, Darkness going in, having ilan na lang ang buhay nun, sir, without the armor. Ayun, with almost 100 life, goes for another kill. So it's a 3-for-1 exchange again in favor of SGS. Very well coordinated team fights para dun. So discussing what happened dun sa blue buff kanina, supposedly dapat sana hindi na kinontest dun ng SF5 yung blue buff, knowing na nawala na si Katarina sa mapa, hindi nila nakita. At ang sasakit ng bawas, especially the double bruiser, Olaf and Shen. So hindi na dapat sila, knowing that kung nakita na nilang medyo alanganin na yung sitwasyon, they could have just disengaged in that fight. And Oriana shouldn't have left herself, exposing na ang tagal niyang nandun. Supposedly, kung nakita mo nang bumagsak si Maokai at ang kapal pa rin ng buhay ng kalaban, hindi mo na dapat inasim pa at nag-push ka pa doon. And with that, so far, the early game phase is now in favor of the Singapore Sentinels. 0-4 in terms of champion kills, and the total team gold difference is almost 2,000. And that bulk of gold would go to ayan, as far as you can see, it's Katarina. Ang laki na ng diferensya ng ginto niyan. It's almost one of the recipes for a major item. And so far, we are seeing that in CS counts as well, although stalemate ang lamang ang top, napatay pa rin siya dito with 2 kills going from Shen. And eto, Egg being harassed by Hallelujah with the axe going on cooldown every time na tatama to at mapick at mapulot niya. And mukhang hindi magawa ng paraan to ng SF5 kung paano kontrahin ang very aggressive playstar and jungle invading ng SGS. And with that, no wards in the area, although Graves and Nunu are around. They decided not to go for the dragon, and the first dragon of the game goes to the Singapore Sentinels. So eto, looking at the potential, yes, they have, kita naman natin that Lee Sin and Maokai are very good initiators. Pero yun nga, kung malambot ka pa, and alam mong it would not be a 2v1 or a 2v2 team fight, better disengage. And ayan, we're seeing here that Oriana using the ultimate, yun nga lang, it's a little bit off at manapakalapit sa Torre, and Lee Sin going, still trying to go in tower range, mukhang alanganan. And we're seeing again Maokai being chased down by Hallelujah, and ayan, the finishing blow from Katarina. So kitang-kita kung paano mag-strategize dito ang SGS, even though kayang patayan ni Hallelujah. Si Egg ay binigay pa rin niya kay Chowie yung kill, knowing that Chowie has to scale and has to snowball big enough para hindi na magawa ng paraan ni Oriana na maging threat dito sa laban na to. Again, sa lahat ng nanonood, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. I'm Jim Shift, and you're watching one of the matches, the Friday night match of the GPL, and it's between present, SGS versus SF5. So far, ito, ayan. Sa lahat na nagtatanong kung saan po ang practice ground ng Emily, I do not know. Okay, some informations are not, hindi maabot sa akin. And ayan, kay Dads, yes, malapit na ang birthday ni GM Ultir. So if you have time, do greet her. And again, I think I am experiencing another connection issue. I'll try to fix this up, and when I come back, game on na ulit tayo. So, we'll have some advertisements first. I think we are having some connection issues with regards to the server. Sa lahat po ng hindi nakakaalam, we are now connected to the Singapore server, and at times there are some connection issues. I don't know why it is happening, but rest assured we are still doing our best, trying to make this stream possible. And so far, I do not know what's happening. Medyo nagte-teleport yung mga tao, pero so far, what I'm seeing here is that SGS is now very, very aggressive tower diving, and with that, it shows that it's a 2-for-none exchange in favor pa rin ng SGS. 0-8 na po ang sitwasyon, and we are seeing Kailing just dancing around the bot lane. So far, hindi pa na bibisita tong, wala pang bibisita dito sa bot lane for both SGS and SF5. But still, eto na, initiation coming from Graves, and we are seeing Olaf trying to make a kill, pero yun nga lang, Graves has escaped, and we are seeing that RC is being killed again by Tarek. Eto, kala mo umalis na dito si Ezreal, pero Ezreal is now with the Arcane Shift, deals the finishing blow to Graves. So far 10-0 in favor. Totally, this game is being paced out by the Singapore Sentinels, and the gap closing strategy of SF5 is really not working in their favor, knowing that we have Shen with the Sunfire Cape. Pag lumapit ito, ang Kate with Olaf not minding any CC. Kapag naka-ultimate siya, kayang-kayang pumasok yan sa loob, especially when you activate the Ghost Summoner spell. On the other hand, Katarina is still not being contested here by Oriana, which is 0-3 na sa mga pagkakataong ito. And the top lane, yes, Lee Sin is farming well, pero yun nga lang, so far wala pa siyang napapakitang significant na participation in team fights. The last team fight that he had was on the blue buff. Yun nga lang is dun siya natigok. Okay, so CS counts, looking at the CS count, we're seeing here that indeed dominated dito ng SGS ang SF5, pero yun nga lang, you have to consider that Graves is only the one who has enough damage here for SF5 at the moment. And we're seeing here that Lee Sin with Oriana going, trying to defend the top lane, being pushed by Darkness and Chowie. Eto, tatlo na sila. Yun nga lang, it leaves the other lanes potentially open. And Shen trying to taunt but misses. We're seeing Hallelujah going in as well, trying to block the minion wave of the SF5. And so far, eto, walang obligado ang SF5 dito nung mag-hard defense to take the bulk of the damage para hindi mabawasan yung Torre. And so far, ganun din ang ginagawa sa bot lane. SGS continually pushing, and Oriana using his ultimate. Katarina patiently waiting for the ultimate to give in, at yun nga ang nangyari dahil nag-ultimate si Oriana, hindi ma-target ni Lee Sin. Hindi niya ma-knock up at hindi rin ma-suppress ni Maokai si Katarina, at ayun ang nangyari. It's a 3-for-1 exchange plus 1 tower, and the potential and the chance for SGS again to push and take down this outer bottom turret dito sa laban na ito. So, medyo hindi pabor yung nangyari para sa SF5 doon na nag-ulti si Oriana para makuha at masisi yung kalaban. Sa sobrang dikit-dikit nila, nagpatong na yung skills, nagpatong na yung health bars, and you could not target the right champion appropriately. It was although it was an unintentional error, medyo critical yon. And ayan, napakagandang pagpasok na naman ni Katarina. Katarina really putting a show for us here in this game 2 for tonight. Tower dive. Oriana gets to sleep. And so far, ito, kahit na tangke dito si Maokai blinking in, followed and supported by Grace. Yun nga lang, Oriana, Katarina being supported by Shen. So, it has been a 2 versus 2 matchup. And the Shen trying to go in with the damage of the Sunfire Grave. Ulti ni Ezreal, tingnan natin. Rider kick ni Lee Sin plus dive in. And yun, medyo natulog naman doon si Katarina. Pero yun nga lang, patay din si Nuno, mga kaibigan. And so far, hard push pa rin ang SGS dito. At yun, naiwan na naman dito si Navy. And Navy goes down with a rampage status from Ely 4. And tuloy-tuloy pa rin dito ang pag-push ng Singapore Sentinels. And Olaf trying to prevent Oriana from interrupting their mid lane push. So far, score is 118 total team gold. Difference is almost 10k. Towers destroyed, SGS 4, SF5 1. So eto, looking at the items, ang sakit na po ng gamit ni Katarina. Kapag pumasok to, especially as far as you can see, going back to the runes recap bago magsimula yung laban, halos lahat ng champions ng SF5 have scaling ability, magic resist. Yun nga lang, for the big advantage for that is that early end game, yes, mas malaki yung bigay na magic defense. Yun nga lang, if you are still going to reach pre-level 18, hindi pa ganong magmamature yung magic defense mo. And we're seeing here that Egg initiating using his ultimate, pero hindi doon pinili wisely, hindi sila doon nag-clash ang hindi nag-clash doon ang SGS poking the champions of SF5, and SF5, almost all of them are almost half health. And Lee Sin trying na sinubukan niyang patayin doon si Katarina, pero bursted down. Ang sakit. And double kill na po tayo kay Katarina. Looking here at the screen, Darkness chasing down Nunu with the Blood Boil. Tingnan natin kung abot. Katarina disengaging. So ito, again, sa lahat ng nanonood, don't ever yun, bago ako mag-discuss, ang ganda ng pagpasok ng with that ward. Nakatakas pa. Onting-onti na lang, gabuhok na lang ang buhay ni Katarina doon. Buhay pa. And eto, Darkness tanking the damage given by Violet. Violet with no mana, just making normal hits pero hindi maramdaman yung damage. 300 life Violet against a lot of life Darkness. Tingnan natin kung anong mangyayari. And with that, Rampage na rin ang top laner ng Singapore Sentinels na si Darkness. So far, score 223. This is very, very grim for the SF5 players. Hindi maganda ang kanilang pinapakita dito at mukhang hindi sila makagawa ng paraan para makabawi. One interesting thing here is that Maokai always goes in kahit na alam niyang mamamatay siya. So when your teammate that is supposed to be a tank goes in, one of the mindsets of I would assume that SF5 thinks that kapag pumasok si Maokai, keso mamatay na tayo, sabak na. Yun nga lang, Maokai is choosing to initiate in wrong team fights dito sa laban na ito. And ito, with the Oracle being bought by Kailing to prepare for the Baron, ito, mukhang hindi na makokontest to ng SF5 as most of them are on the bot lane. So yun nga, again sa lahat ng nanonood, wag one of the kesyo normal pa yan or rank game, wag, bawal maging maasim sa game. Even though 200 health na lang yan, you have to compute if kung kaya niyang ma-burst down, kung kaya niyo bang ma-burst down yung kalaban nyo. And so far with the Baron buff not wasting any time, Singapore Sentinels is now continually pushing the mid lane dito. Hollywood are taking some tower damage, and the rest of SF5 trying to defend their tower in the best way that they can. Taunt being initiated by Darkness. Yun nga lang, they have target. While Olaf is targeting Oriana dito. Shen using the ultimate. Pagpasok, ang ganda. Too late for the ultimate of Oriana. Shutdown si Katarina, pero yun nga lang, nagsama siya sa hukay. Sinama niya si Lee Sin, and ito na naman tayo. Nunu trying to run for his life. Axe low by Olaf, and end killing blow by Ezreal, and wala silang magawa para mag-defend. Ang nabuhay lang dito si Maokai. It's a 4-for-1 exchange. Very much in favor, at kitang-kita mas maliwanag pa sa umaga ang galing ng Singapore Sentinels dito sa laban na to. And ayan, mukhang dedire-diretso yun na to. Rekta na ini, wala wasting time. Maokai not being a threat, pero papatay nila for an official ace of the match. Pero yun nga lang, nag-spawn na rin si Lee Sin making a last-ditch effort for this. It's a 4 versus 1. Tingnan natin kung paano nila didiskartehan dito. Ang sakit ng buhay na nawala. At yeah, isa-isa ang pasok ng SF5 dito. At mukhang hindi maganda sa kanila ang sitwasyon na iyon. Again, if you're trying to defend, yes, it's good to make a last-ditch effort. Pero make sure that your team is well-coordinated sa nangyaring yon. Mukhang isa-isa ang pasok na bahala na ini. Yes. So, endgame. Kitang-kita. SF5 loses against the SGS. SGS really proving that they are one of the top teams dito sa GPL. So, ayan. Napakaganda ng pinakita dito ng SGS. Score 33. Okay, hindi 33 lahat. Okay, 30 kills for SGS and 3 kills for SF5. Dominating Katarina, hindi nagawa ng paraan to, and Shen was utilized here very very well. So ang ganda ng pagkaka-build up and pagkaka-establish dito kay Shen, as well as Olaf with good initiations and picking the right targets. Lahat ng malambot, kahit si Maokai hindi na nakapagpakunat. So ayan, sa lahat ng nanonood, magandang gabi. You are watching the GPL 2013 spring season. Sa lahat na yan. Okay. So question and answer. Okay. So question and answer portion tayo. So sa lahat na nagtatanong kung kailan lalabas ang spectator mode, please wait for further announcements or wait for it to pop up. Ayan, gaya na sinasabi ko sa inyo, maraming nagulat when Dominion came out. Most of the players said, what the? May Dominion na. Kahit ako, maraming sumabog ang ilang servers dahil sa mga taong nag-i-imbacue sa Dominion nung araw na yun. Okay. So, ayan. Sa lahat ng kaka-login pa lang, meron pa tayong Game 3. Okay. Para sa laban na ito. And so far, itong matindi. Nakikita nyo na. AHQ versus TPA. Sa lahat ng hindi nakakaalam, TPA is the champion for the season 2, and AHQ is their baby brother. Okay? So it's a Taipei matchup for tonight. Interesting. This is very very interesting. Okay. So ayan, kay Norman Aris Deo Careza. So arrange team kailan, sir? Okay. We have set plans for this year, even though we cannot announce it yet. Okay. Soon enough, you would know. May mga teasers na tayo of certain events or certain dates. Tingnan natin kung anong mangyayari. You just have to find out. Ayoko pang mawala ng trabaho. Baka mamaya kapag nagsalita ako dito, tigok na ako. I-quote and quote nyo pa ako. Okay. So, sa lahat na nagpapabate, okay, ito kanina pa to kay Gimel Garcia. Sir, pakibati po si Mark Pakingking. Ikakasal na siya kay Grace Gaa. Wow. So, hopefully that you would be good bride and maids to be and good husband and wives in the future. Okay? Okay, yan. Christian Nicolasora, pabati yung computeran sa dulo. I don't know kung saang dulo yan, pero magandang gabi sa inyo. At mga adik, alam ko walang pasok ngayon. At dumadami na kayo. Okay, binabati rin natin ang SGX team from Laguna, galing kay Kutsuya. Okay. So, ayan, sa lahat na nagtataka kung bakit ako mag-isa dito, ang aking trusted and loyal partner na si Sepsel ay nasa rank game ngayon. Si JG Spear. nasa rank game ngayon at naghahasa at nag-aaral. So, pagpasensyahan nyo na ako kung boses ko lang ang inyong naririnig. So far, so good. This is the last match. Ito, the last match would be TPA versus AHQ. Both teams are from Taipei. At yan, trivia lang, okay. Off topic. Sa lahat na nagtataka kung bakit wala na ang dating team captain ng TPA, siya po ay nalipat sa isang panibagong team. Okay. So, although hindi sila kasama sa GPL, probably you may have known or you may have heard of the team Taipei Snipers. So, dun din po nalipat si Colalin. Okay. Doon din po ang nalipat. Ayan, maraming nag-aabang na maglaro siya at makita siya sa video. Doon din po siya nalipat. So, dalawa po sila. And what happens is that Toys is now the team captain of the Taipei Assassins. So, game. Ayan, binabati rin namin ang mga LOL players ng Talon Cavite. Galing kay Abe. How do you pronounce it? Abe, Ibabo. And ayan, yes, I know that the games are so fast. Medyo iba ang pacing ng laban ngayon. Pero yun nga, knowing the current change in the metagame for LoL, still this is a preseason 3. We're playing in the preseason 3 patch. So, probably there would be a lot of changes on what the game developers think that would improve. Yun nga, napansin nyo, marami nakakapansin na medyo mabilis yung laban. Yes, marami nag-adjust, especially sa jungles and sa supports. Okay. So, ayan. Going back to the channel, Tamaraw FX. So, kotse ka, sir. Pabati nga po kay Aklanon Ati-Atihan na nasa 20. Oh my God. Imba name. Kay Wilcourt. Okay. Pabati kay Henson Molina. Okay, ayan. So, interestingly. Okay. This is a surprise kasi usually, akala ko, ito ayan, makipag-interact ako sa inyo. Akala ko noon na nanonood lang kayo kapag most of the Filipinos are watching when there's Team Manila Aguilas. Pero this is a good thing to see that some of you guys are watching not only the Aguilas matches but as well as the GPL matches as a whole. Okay? So, ang ganda ng this is a good feedback that we would send, okay, and use in the future. So, ayan, knowing all this, kung may alam kayo or if you have any suggestions on how we shoutcast, on how we present the matches, kindly do so. Ayan, kay John Robert Leviste, binabati namin ang Prime. If this is the LOL clan, so ayan, malalakas yung mga yan. As far as I know it, based on history, sila din ang mga, Imba players din dito sa Pinas. And binabati natin ang team Gigabu. Kung tama yung pronunciation converser, galing kay Jeff Luzano. Okay. Ayan, so ayan. So far, we're just waiting for the teams to start. So, medyo enjoy nyo muna yung background. Chill muna. Yes, I know most of us are missing the old Emily, pero yun nga, let's see on what the future might hold. Okay? Yan lang ang masasabi ko. Okay, so yan. Galing kay Christian Nicolas Sora, binabati mo natin ng unofficial clan na BADD from Christian. Okay. Ayan, Lason Gaming. Nakakapaglaro ka ba kahit Lason ka na? Okay. Binabati rin namin yun. Binabati na galing kay Erwin Conde. Binabati po si Punro from Antipolo. Ayan, Team Midnight galing kay Mr. Chocoholic09. Yan, pati sa misis at anak mo. Pati na rin, siyempre, binabati natin lahat ng kapitbahay nyo. At eto, word of advice. Kakasimula pa lang ng klase, make the best out of it hanggat hindi pa kayo nagsasawang pumasok. Okay? Study hard, work hard, play harder. Okay? And yan, eto, some questions, eto, Erwin Tibayan, bakit po nawala ang dating Emily from BC Quarters? There was an audition held last December. As far as I know it, I was there as well, and they didn't audition. Okay, just to make things clear. Yun yung mga napansin ko. And yan, if sooner or later, yan, we're going to make this very informative. So kung may mga tanong kayo, sabihin niyo lang. Jalo Baragrasa, pabati po Arcana Familia. Okay. Ayan. Sa lahat ng nagtataka kung bakit wala pa at nakikita niyo yung mouse kong gumagala. Okay. This is game 3 for tonight. The game 3 would be TPA versus AHQ, both Type A teams. Natapos na yung game 1 kanina, Bangkok Titans versus Saigon Jokers, panalo Saigon Jokers. Game 2, Singapore Sentinels versus the Saigon Fantastic 5, panalo Singapore Sentinels. Totally owned the opposing team. And this one, we're just waiting. Probably, ito, magpa-pop up na lang when the game has started. And so far, antay-antay lang tayo. I cannot, wala tayong name branding dito, pero it's a good thing na to have your body. Okay, being pampainit sa gabi habang umuulan, magandang inumin yan. Tama raw effects, very, very good. Okay. And, ayan, hindi pa, gumagalaw pa yung mouse ko. So far, relax lang muna tayo. Okay. Wala pa namang nothing to be urgent about. Kahit na gusto kong umuwi, hindi ako makaka-uwi. Reports have shown sa balita na medyo traffic pa. So, I'll just spend my time here relaxing. Okay. Nakasali sila, ayan. Katsuya, yung mga Minaski nakasali sa GPL. Yes, they were, ayan, sa lahat na nagtataka, there was an audition. Okay, explain natin to. Briefly explain. I don't know the exact details, but I'll explain what I experienced during the GPL auditions. Okay, so what happened is that last December, there were an audition was held, and some teams went there for the tournament. So it's a tournament / audition. Pero during that time, this is only the first part. There was a second part in which players have been interviewed. So both ways in. Even though nanalo ka or natalo ka, if there are certain evaluations that have been considered, and there's the interview part as well. So winay in yun, and lo and behold, that's what determined who is the new Team Manila Aguilas right now. So yun, and Renspot, pabate po sa mga quarters, and yan, sa mga manlalaro natin sa Mineski Grounds, Mineski Infinity, and Mineski Malate. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Ito, kapag nagkaroon ng GMPGL, rakraka na naman to. And pabati rin sa mga Roadside Family TNX. Okay, galing kay Frost Eyes. And yan, sa lahat ng, ito, secret lang natin to, onti lang nakakaalam, malapit na mag-birthday si JM Ultier. Kindly greet her a happy birthday. Okay? Medyo, hindi biro. Okay, na maging GM na, lalo na pag babae ka. Yeah, you have a lot of things and promotions to do. Pero yun, yeah, if you have some time, go and visit her Facebook fan page. And we'll see on how GM Ultier would react when you show your appreciation for her. And yan, is there a job application for shoutcasting in Garena? I do not, with that, there is a possibility, but so far, if sa lahat ng I'll give you a hint. Okay? Sa lahat na naghahanap ng trabaho sa Garena, kung gusto mong mag-apply, walang nakakaalam nito. Ako lang. Hindi, joke lang. And you can visit jobs.garena.com kung ano yung mga trabaho, if there are postings there, okay, and you feel that you have qualified skills for that, dun yung makikita lahat. Okay? It's jobs.garena.com.ph. So, yun. Makikita nyo yun. And, Testos. Okay, babalik tayo sa bate. Need for feed clan. Parang, feed everyday. Parang hindi naman tatama yung clan name mo, sir. Parang, kalunos-lunos ang aabutin yan. So, ayan. Onting antay lang kasi, ayan, sa lahat ng di nakakaalam, ang schedule po ng laban natin, ng laban ng TPA, Game 3 is 9 PM. Okay? Game 1 is 7 PM. Game 2 is 8 PM. Game 3 is 9 PM. So far, Garena office time, it's only 8:47. So, chill lang. Okay, kay Rex, sir. Kung kaya nagtatanong ko kailan next match ng Philippine Manila Aguilas, Team Manila Aguilas, I'm sorry. Ayan, nabubulol na ako. It's tomorrow, 7 PM, and Sunday, 7 PM. Okay. Paul Michael, binabati si Miko Robles. Nauumay na daw sa internet connection. Ayan. Ito. Bigyan ko kayo ng tip. When you try to stream or to watch games, try to close applications. Okay. Mahirap yung lalo na kapag your PC is not that high, that's not powerful enough. try to close some applications that are running na nasa background nung PC nyo para medyo bumilis-bilis yung speed. And kung yung ate nyo or kuya nyo or kung sino mo sa bahay nyo na nagto-torrent dahil naka-on yung wifi nyo, kapag nanonood kayo ng mga streams, disable nyo muna yung wifi. Okay. Yun muna. Okay, kay Sian 2080 pabati po, naglalaro ng role sa Butuan. Okay. Grabe, broadcast on. And yan, kay Kutsaya, again, sale ba ang jacket at t-shirt ng Garena? So, I just want to make this clear, ang binibenta po namin ay Garena shells. All merchandise such as t-shirts, kibis, mousepads, and jackets na yung bagong-bagong red jacket namin is could be obtained from events only. So, if you win the tournament, if you win some local tournament sponsored by Garena or kung makasali kayo sa events, that's where you get the merchandise. Pero as per selling, so far, I have yet no news about it. Unfair din naman, kunyari, paano kung mayaman ka? You would hoard all the merchandise dahil may pera ka. How about those players na gusto rin pero that hindi nila, wala sa budget nila? So, lugi naman. So, just to make it simple and fair for everyone, if you win tournaments, diba? If you win tournaments, you deserve to have gears. Okay? Ay, kaya Junri, Jomero, pakibati po sa lahat ng mga naglalaro sa League of Legends. Kila Kuya Robert, kahit umuulan sa Laguna. Yes, this is a very, very cold January. Maganda ang simoy ng hangin. Nung December, sobrang init. Ngayon, ang lamig naman. Okay, Marvin Gabriel, pabati po. Dark Pseudo, Ayamishi, Shifty 50. Kaya kong sabihin yan na hindi ako nabubulol. At yan, to everyone else. Ayan, may event. Eto. Okay, very good question coming from Mark Rances. May event po ba ulit sa January 19? So, nakita na natin, as far as you can see in the LoL Facebook fan page and the LoL forums, there have been a lot of teasers and posters and banners regarding the date January 19. Pero, as much as I want to tell you what's happening, I love my job. I want to stay in Garena a little bit longer. So, chill. Wait for further announcements or further progress regarding on what news might it be. Okay, Team Heavy Duty, pinapabati ni Isaac 24. Okay. Ayan, kay John Carlo, Christian, Aris, Marvin, Klein, Cedric, LOL pairs ng Matagbak Com Shop. Binabati kayo ni Cedric Kisel. Okay. Pabati naman din si Allen Bodyongan, galing kay No So Funny. Yes, I cannot give details. Okay? No details yet. No specific details. It's a surprise kahit na alam nyong may date na. Ironic it is, pero yun nga, it's a surprise. Okay, so Ziona Zina, pabati po sa lahat na naglalaro ng LOL sa Jomix. And kay Franz Cabell, pabati sa mga naglalaro ng LOL, ganyan sa mga Focus Fire Clan, FF More Sneakers. Thank you and God bless. Ayan. Pabati mo, Team Tons, mga idol niyo si Freak, Team Tons of Damage. Okay, galing kay Adriel Aziz. Okay, for the new champions, yan. Those are the information that I cannot give as of now. Okay, it would be a lie kapag sinabi kong hindi ko alam, but I'm restricted. Okay, so chill. And yan, hindi na nanonood si Herbert Bautista, so chill lang. Yes, it's a good thing. Ayan, may mga nag-PM na sa akin. So, yan, binabati ko lahat na nandito sa Garena office. Yan, nag-PM na sa akin yung ibang office mates ko. Ayan, sa CSRs, kina GG Makidu, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Ayan, sa nagtatanong, that's a good question. Right now, we're encouraging everyone, even though you play in ranked games local or on tournaments, that you use the newest feature of Garena Messenger, which is the Garena Talk. So, Garena Talk is similar to TeamSpeak, but it takes less, I could say, based on my personal experience, it takes less bandwidth. And the ping is lower than TeamSpeak or Raid Call kasi may servers tayo here for PH. And being said that, eto na tayo for the last game for tonight. Puputulin ko muna okay, ang ating chit-chat. Mamaya tayo tutuloy-tuloy. And first ban for tonight, ayan, sa lahat ng another roundup introduction sa lahat ng nanonood. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. I am Jim Chef and you are watching the last match for tonight, which is AHQ versus TPA ng Garena Premier League Spring Season 2013. So, first ban. Okay. So, knowing these two teams, this is a very interesting match for tonight kasi since both teams are from TPA, I would assume that they have the same gaming house and that they know how each team plays. So, even though this is not the typical bans, we're seeing probably respect bans and restrictive bans. First thing and foremost, Kyle. Ginamit to ni Toys nung kalaban ang Emily. So, si Zed ay nawasak ng mga panahon na yun. And in the other hand, Evelyn is one of the potent champions in the mid lane. So, it's probably a respect ban then from TPA knowing some of the AHQ players. And on the other hand, we're seeing here Olaf being banned and a counter ban or a preparation for a team comp here coming from TPA, knowing that this Evelyn and Lee Sin have good mobility. It's not just about movement speed but mobility. And ito, last ban coming from HQ will be Elise. So far Elise only appeared on one game pa lang dito sa GPL, pero nakita natin na kayang-kayang sumabay niya. And seeing other international matches, Elise is one of the potent champions to be reckoned with. Kahit na, yes, AP scaling siya, pero yung damage ng first skill niya is % on life. So even though you build it as a bruiser, damage is still painful enough since % ng buhay yung mababawa sa'yo. And last ban is Blitzcrank. Probably they are not, ayan, sabi, probably they are not opting for a punishable aggressive team comp dito sa bot lane. And being Shen open, ito, for the third game tonight straight, Shen being picked again for the game. And yun nga lang, ito, Kha'Zix has been picked as well by TPA. Sa lahat ng di nakakaalam, Kha'Zix was the one used by Fnatic kung saan natalo ang TPA. So, ito, mukhang gagamitin nila ang arsenal na tumalo sa kanila sa IPL 5 on the latest IPL 5 season. On the other hand, we're seeing here that AHQ has chosen Twisted Fate and Misfortune as the early carry. On the other hand, again, we're seeing the Ezreal Taric combo. Okay. And Maokai being open as well, although hindi siya na-utilize ng SF5 on the last match on Game 2. We'll see kung paano nila gagawa ng paraan to. And so far, what HQ is picking right now is high burst champions, although they are very, very squishy. So, ayan. Having to balance it out, we have Jarvan again. Nakikita naman natin si Jarvan ngayon sa laban na ito. And team comp-wise, I could say that the Shen and Twisted Fate combo would be their key. So, suppressed by Jarvan, followed up by the ultimate of Twisted Fate and Shen. So, tingnan natin kung si Nocturne na lang yung kulang para all-out global team na ito. Pero yun nga lang, ngayon, they pick Lulu for the last pick. And ito, having typical, okay, sa lahat ng di nakapansin, the typical picking style of TPA is that they choose their AP last para hindi makontra or sila yung ka-counter dun sa AP ng kalaban. So, tingnan natin kung paano didiskartehan to ng AHQ. So far, we have Jarvan, Twisted Faith, MF, Shen, and Lulu for HQ. And we have Ezreal, Taric, Kha'Zix, Maokai, and Nidalee for TPA. Hindi nawawala talaga si Nidalee sa laban na to. 2 games out of 3, we have seen Nidalee. We'll see on how they would utilize this champion. Kung gagamitin ba ito. Yes, gagamitin niya siya sa top. And ito, Toys now going for a Kha'Zix mid. So, tingnan natin. This is very, very interesting. Kung paano gagawin to. Okay. So, ayan. Habang naglo-load sila, ayan, pag nag-load na yung game, this is our view profile portion. Okay, going for AHQ Prides. Looking at his Shen, attack speed, armor, flat magic resist, and some a little bit of magic damage. Going for Twisted Faith being used by RT. Tingnan natin to. So, ayan, sa lahat ng nanonood, kopya-kopya lang din tayo. Ako, natututo rin ako at the same time. We have Magic Penetration, Movement Speed. Again, this is I would say, a very, very long, matagal na tong trending na move speed to. And scaling ability power and flat armor. So, well-balanced ang kanilang mid lane. However, going for Misfortune, we are seeing armor, ito, very hybrid. Flat armor with 2%, 1 quint on lifesteal bonus, scaling mana regen, magic resist, physical damage, and no magic resist at all. So, in the event na madalaw to ng AP champion which is Nidalee or si Ezreal, pag tinamaan sa dito, makate ang damage. Going for HQ Garnet Devil, we're seeing attack speed, flat armor, scaling magic resist, and flat physical damage. Going for Lulu. Ito, tingnan natin ang support ng AHQ. We have magic penetration, a little bit of mana regen, magic resist, quints with gold per 10, and flat armor. Okay, ito na. Ihuli natin si Kha'Zix. Okay. Mamaya natin si Kha'Zix. Okay, going for Bebe. We have flat armor, a little bit of crit chance, magic resist, and flat physical. Ang laki ng physical damage nito. And tingnan natin kung paano sumakit ang paano kukontrahin to ng HQ. Going for the runes of Dinter, we're seeing magic penetration, magic resist, gold per 10, and armor. Halos di sila nagkakalayo ni Nunu dito, pero magic penetration probably going for an aggressive playstyle even though may sustain sila. Going for little balls. Ito. At ayaw nila kay little ball. Ayaw nila akong payagang. Ayan. Little balls. Armor, move speed, magic scaling, magic resist, and flat attack speed. So, ito, fast jungler. Kanina, ang jungler ng SF5 is more on magic penetration. Pero ito, mukhang flat all-out physical damage. And so far kay Stanley, armor, magic resist, and all-out physical damage. Nothing new. At sa lahat ng nag-aantay sa inyong lahat, eto na. Ang rune build ni Toys kay Kha'Zix. Armor, armor penetration, scaling magic resist, flat magic resist, and flat physical damage. So, with regards to the magic resist, it's a little bit balanced. Pero yun nga lang, pag nag-scale din, since TF has a scaling magic ability power, runes, tingnan natin kung paano makaka-apekto to sa playstyle ni Toys. So far, both teams are very good. Yun nga lang, after level 6, pre-level 6, TPA has the advantage in early ganking. Pero after level 6, we are seeing Shen and Twisted Faith being flexible enough to go and roam around. Kung successful ang kills nila dito, it would benefit. If not, it would be to their demise, as two champions have the potential to leave their lanes, leaving it open. So, let's hope for the best and see kung paano didiskartehan to ng both teams. Again, sa lahat ng nanonood, magandang gabi. I'm GM Shift, and you are watching TPA versus AHQ for the third match of the night in the GPL 2013 spring season. Yes, yan. Okay, balik tayo sa bati portion. And so far, ayan, lahat ng mga nandito sa room, kina Aljon Flores, Jason Rebua, Dream High, Timo, and so funny, as well kay Jalu Bagsarasa, and kay Skull 159. Yun pa lang yung nakikita ko. Ayan, pabati rin kay John, galing kay John Robert Leviste, Sean May, Prodigy, Vanquisher, Eagle Eye, at kay Fuego. Okay. So, ayan. Game start na tayo, mga kaibigan. Place your bets, even though bawal umusta. Tingin nyo, sinong mananalo. Okay. So, as what I always do, let's do the very interesting matchups. Okay. So, we're seeing here that Lil Boss has put a ward in the bush in the mid lane. Kaso nga lang, ang bilis ng pagkakaubos ng buhay nun. And again, another ward set by AHQ to prevent TPA for an aggressive counter jungle dito. And kahit na ganoon yung nangyari, knowing that TPA has burned some wards there, mukhang hindi nila nabantayan tong area to, tribush of the blue team. At we're seeing here that Toys, Bebe, and Dinter are now roaming around, and Lil Balls staying on the ward area of the AHQ. So far, both nakasplit ngayon ng TPA, and sama-sama pa rin dito ang HQ trying to go for the rates and red of TPA. Yun nga lang, with the trap, very well put trap there by Nidali. Kitang-kita ako saan sila pupunta. And with that, seeing that HQ is on the top area of the map, Dinter is going to kill the golems of AHQ. So ito, malaking kawalan to para sa jungle and ADR ng kalaban as experience wise. Okay, it would reduce the kung gaano kabilis. Ayan, nauubusan na ako ng English. It would reduce the time for Jarvan to level up. So may possibility na mauna mag-level up dito si Maokai, which is pag nag-level 6 yan, very influential na yan in major team fights. So far, we're seeing here that both teams are not in their conventional standard matchups. We're seeing Stanley being matched up to Misfortune, and Lil Boss having a hard time as Green Tea and Garnet Devil are trying to get their red buff, at mukhang nakuha nga ni Jarvan dito ang red buff ng TPA. And so far, ito, baliktad ang team lineup dito in terms of laning. The ADRs are now on top, and Stanley is being pressed hard and countered dito sa laning phase na to, and TPA has answered by Ezreal going to the top lane as well. So, tamang adjustment, pero yun nga lang, it gives enough time and I guess minion waves para kay Shen dito sa bot lane. So far, we're seeing that even though pantay sila ng CS ni Stanley, walang takot ang pagpa-farm ni Shen dito, knowing that a lot of champions of TPA are here in the top lane. And again, with that, another juggle, sinagot ng TPA yung lineup or lane matchup ng AHQ, wherein Tarek and Ezreal went to the top. Yun nga lang, baliktad naman ang nangyari ngayon. So, aga-aga, nag-iikotan na po sila ng lanes. Ayaw tapatan ni Misfortune si Tarek Ezreal, knowing that their setup has more sustain and is very, very aggressive in the laning phase. So far dito sa mid lane, Kha'Zix being slightly down in CS, and so far Twisted Fate taking the advantage, the fact that Kha'Zix is a melee champion. So far ito, Stanley again hindi ayaw paiwanan, and we're seeing MF and MF Lulu and Jarvan going in, and ito, tingnan natin kung magko-commit ba talaga sila dito, no? Nabubulol na mga kaibigan. So far ito, Jarvan has a slightly out of place, pero yun nga lang, probably the best thing that they could do here is to push the lane fast enough para mag-iba na ang pacing ng laban. So far, both ADRs are trying to push the best in the soonest possible time that they could. Tower for the bot lane is almost 1/3, and tower for the top lane is almost 2/3 na lang ang buhay. And so far, Jarvan is camping in the bot area, knowing that Stanley will have a hard time here, and probably would give HQ the advantage to get probably a snowball first early game here sa laban na ito. Anong sinabi ko? Medyo nabulol na ako. Okay, so ayan. So far, CS-wise, hindi pa naman nagkakalayo. The biggest trouble here is the mid lane. Kha'Zix is having a hard time farming, pero knowing Toys, makakagawa yun ng paraan. And speaking of push, eto, talagang committed ang AHQ na early push. 5-6 minutes into the game, first tower down. This is a very big gold advantage. As far as you can see, 8.1 total team gold against 7,000 na wala pang first blood. So, this would be helpful in HQ in farming more items, pero they have to watch out for TPA. TPA is very well known as a coating. Okay, one of the credible articles that TPA has a good scaling in terms of endgame, and ultimate coming from RT being bursted down. Ezreal goes down and Dinter running for his life. Tingnan natin kung makakatakas pa siya dito. Ang sakit ng AP damage ni RT, and RT gets the double kill. Surprisingly enough, not wasting time pagka level 6. Speaking of threat, yan ang sinasabi ko, pag nag-level 6 yan, si Twisted Fate, ang sakit na ng damage niya. And so far, ito, Toys is still farming. Yun nga lang, ang katapat naman niya ngayon, si Misfortune, the total team gold has slightly increased into 2,000 in the 7-minute mark. And ito, Pride is now chasing down Lil Boss. Lil Boss trying to run away, and with the support of Bebe, trying to defend the top tower. 3 versus, so far, 1. Tingnan natin kung paano nila didiskartehan to. Jarvan dishing out a lot of damage. So, ang strategy dito, nasa stun ako pag binabasa ko yung ano. Nasa stun ako pag nababasa ko yung comments. Okay, so far, ito, we're seeing here that even though, yes, TPA has a good team composition in terms of standard laning phase. Ginawa ng paraan to ng HQ, not for TPA, not to maximize this potential. They have pushed the bot lane, making it hard and uncomfortable for Nidalee to farm, knowing na wala na siyang tower na pwedeng tambayan, and they are also doing this in the top lane, and knowing that they have the money advantage, HQ has now decided that, I think, quote-unquote, kung ako yung player, ito na yung tamang panahon para tapatan si Bebe at si Dinter. Pero so far, ito nga, looking at the mid, kahit the biggest disadvantage in TF that, yes, you could gank, nakakuha siya ng double kill, pero in the meantime, we're seeing na nakakahabol na sa CS dito si Kha'Zix, having 72 CS against 68. Even though nakakalamang pa rin si TF, having the first blood and 2 kills, kayang-kayang humabol na nito. Level ang kailangan mo kay Kha'Zix, even though hindi ganun kalakas ang gamit mo. Kapag nag-level ka dito, ang sakit. Eto na naman, ang gandang pasok galing kay Twisted Fate with the bullet time coming from Misfortune, and no chance si Dinter doon na makatakas. Hindi na niya nagamit ang kanyang flash. And so far, Stanley versus Shen. Shen being tanky enough to have the Giant's Bell at kaya niyang sabayan sa damage dito si Stanley with Nidalee. So far, hindi maganda ang sitwasyon ngayon, pero as far as you can see, eto, sasabihin ko sa inyo, just observe the total team gold. Even though 3 kills na ang nakukuha ng AHQ, mapapansin nyo, and 1 tower na rin ang napabagsak nila, the total team gold difference is not that high. Kahit pa paano, nagagawa nila ng paraan na ma-stabilize to into only 2,000 total team gold difference. And with that, I think we're having, ayan, kala ko may kung ano na namang nangyari. Oh my gulay. And so far, I think we're having another technical difficulty with regards to connecting to the servers. We'll be having some commercial breaks when I'll try to connect it right back as soon as possible. Pagbalik, pasok na tayo kaagad sa game. At ayan, hindi ko alam kung ano nangyari. It just popped out that Toys just killed Archie. Ang laki ng patong sa ulo with the kills that Archie has, and Toys is now leading in terms of CS. 95 CS against 79. So, ito na sinasabi ko. Even though, yes, nakakuha ng advantage Ang yes, may sa lahat. Jason Rebua, yes, may ayan. I'm very sorry, ayan. We're trying to fix the connection. So far, we're having some difficulties in connecting to the Singapore server, pero yan. We're back in action. Stanley being ganked by Jarvan using the ultimate. She just jumps out of the bush. And so far, again, I think we just... Ito na naman, ultimate na naman coming from Archie. Archie not wasting time. Going in with Mr. Albis and Green Tea. Pasok sa lane. Critical ang buhay ni Dinter. Dinter goes down. Ang ganda ng pasok. 4 versus 3. Tingnan natin kung paano gagawa ng paraan dito. Ang ganda ng pasok ni Toys. Toys screening up the mess. Bebe having a free hit dito sa laban na ito. So sa lahat ng nakapanood ng laban na yun, kala ng AHQ advantage na yung situation, but yet ang ganda ng pagkakapwesto ni Bebe, and they decided what went wrong there is that AHQ decided to kill Dinter rather than Bebe, and Toys having now the advantage with the brutalizer and level 10 na. So it's the scaling damage of the of his skills, okay, habang nagle-level siya. So even though wala pa siyang gaanong gamit, ang sakit ng damage na dinish out niya dito, and with that 3 kills goes to Ezreal. And so far, eto, sa lahat ng nagko-comment, hindi nahihirapan siya. Ayan, trend na yan ng TPA na kung saan for early game, yes, the opposing team might get into an advantage, but they have this kind of play style wherein they could slowly catch up to the enemy. So it has been proven in a lot of games, not necessarily here in the GPL alone. Kaya nilang bumawi. Let's say it's a term called attrition. Yun. So Google nyo lang. Okay. So yun, kaya nilang gumawa ng paraan na kahit na di sila nakakalamang sa kills, they slowly catch up in terms of playstyle and item adjustments. So the score is now 5-4. Still in, yes, it may still be in favor of HQ, but look at the total team gold difference. It's only about 100. Nakahabol na dito ang TPA with a lot of the bulk of the gold going to Ezreal as well as Kha'Zix dito. Kitang-kita na hindi na sila nagkakaliw ni Twisted Fate, even though mas maraming kills dito si Twisted Fate. And ito, Stanley running for his life. Yun nga lang, hindi na siya nakaabot. Max Edge ultimate galing kay Jarvan, and hindi na siya nakatalon doon sa bush. So ayan, 6-4 in favor of AHQ. At so far, 1 turret, 1-for-1 ang kanilang turret exchange, and this time around, TPA is now going to try to contest this dragon being taken by HQ. Kitang-kita, buga lang ng buga ng second skill dito si Kha'Zix. We'll see kung magda-dive in sila. Maokai is still on the area. MF using the bullet time with the ultimate of Lulu. Lulu, good support. Lil Boss trying to escape, pero Shen is around the corner and Toys could do nothing about it. So far, eto, nakatambay pa rin si Toys. Toys continually trying his best in the area. Keep in mind na may ultimate pa rin siya. Tingnan natin kung magagawa niya ng paraan to. And I guess it's a little bit too late. But you have to also, eto na naman tayo, trending for tonight is the split push. Still nakita natin, Ezreal still not being faced, but what happened in the bot lane, patuloy pa rin ang kanyang pagpupush dito sa top lane. At with 127 CS and with the Bloodthirster, it's very critical, especially if he would be left free hit sa mga classes. So far, yun nga, probably it was not necessary for TPA to initiate in that team fight, knowing na 4 na ng champions ng AHQ nandun and 3 lang silang nandun. So probably they could have given the dragon to HQ and find another objective, such as push the mid lane, or rather push another lane or get their buffs. So far, ito, Ezreal did try to get the blue buff pero concerned about not seeing the champions of AHQ, nag-back out siya. Tapos Ezreal having a blind ultimate there and trying to see kung merong champions ng AHQ dun sa area. So far, ito, TPA has now opted to push in the mid lane. Total team gold difference in the 60-minute mark is just 2,000. Champion kills 8-4 pero hindi nagkakalayo. TPA, Bebe, having to destroy the tower. At ayan, medyo kalat-kalat ang mga tao ngayon. Twisted Fate using his ultimate and taking down Lil Balls in the process with the MF dealing the last blow. So far, hindi maganda ang sitwasyon para sa TPA dito. Mukhang kabisado ng AHQ ang kanilang galawan. Pero wag kang kukorrupting positive. Kayang-kayang bumawi dito ng TPA. I think if ito ang mga my prediction is that if AHQ doesn't have does not finish this sooner or later, once nakapag-snowball dito ang TPA, nako, delikado to. Good initiation coming from Jarvan with the assist ultimate of Lulu. Yun nga lang, medyo malayo na sila dun sa tower and wala silang na target doon. Shen also tried to ulti, I think I saw it, pero it was discontinued. On the other hand, again, we're seeing Stanley trying to make up for lost time, still farming the top lane as of the moment and leaving the bot lane. And so far, the total team, again, the total team goal difference is not that high. Knowing that team kill wise lamang HQ, pero farm wise, you could see clearly na dito bumabawi ang TPA. So, game objective wise, ang sakit ng burst damage come from TPA Toys. Blink in ultimate, another invisible ultimate, naka-ignite, and oh my gulay, Arai with the flash. Wasak si Twisted Fate. Ang lambot ni Twisted Fate. Yes, you have TF has a lot of burst damage, pero yun nga lang, if you're going to battle a champion that you cannot target because that he goes invisible, eh ang hirap nga makuha nun. And seeing that Kazik has now the Bloodthirster and the Brutalizer, aray ko po, sir. Medyo masakit-sakit na yan. Although, yes, the Brutalizer, since the recent patch, hindi na nagsastock ang Black Cleaver. It's still the Brutalizer, Yomu's Ghostblade, and Black Cleaver items do give armor penetration pa rin. So, hindi lang nagsastock multiple Black Cleavers, pero yung recipes do add up. Okay? Sa lahat ng curious. Okay, so yan. On the other hand, we're seeing here that MF is opting for the Black Cleaver as this procs or this is activated kapag gumagamit siya ng bullet time. So, it's a good choice. Yun nga lang, it's a more of a sniper-like strategy, which defeats probably is not in sync with the strategy of his teammates, wherein Shen and Jarvan are coming in. Ang problema lang dito, yes, there are good tanks, pero TPA, knowing them, do not target champions which are only setters. Mas pinipili nila na ito, alam nila kung sinong pipiliing target, especially pagdating kay Twisted Fate and kay MF, and with that nawasak ng HQ ang tower ng TPA sa mid. Yun nga lang, they have target Lulu going down quickly with a combo coming from TPA. Toys now on a killing spree, and HQ now backs away knowing that ang sakit ng burst damage. So far ito, slowly but surely TPA is now making a consistent comeback here in this game, dictating the match. So kung kanina na binigla sila ng HQ na pag-push, kitang-kita naman na ngayon sila na ang nagsiset ng pace, lalo na kapag lumabas na si Toys sa battlefield. So for looking at the items and looking at the total team gold, again, the bulk of the gold of HQ is more focused on Twisted Faith and Misfortune. However, on the other hand, you will see that they are greatly overtaken by the champions. Stanley racking up a lot of gold as well. Pero yun nga lang, Kazakhs and Ezreal having a lot of burst potential dito sa laban na to. So, this has been a burst versus burst matchup. Support, I'm seeing here that Jarvan and Shen are only initiators and sustain champions, pero TPA knowing their strat, ignoring them dahil wala naman silang ganung kalaking damage. And they have good escape abilities, Nidalee having the movement speed buff when he goes to the bush and the pounce, and Kha'Zix using his very long jump pag naka-evolve yung third skill, as well as yung kay Arcane Shift with Ezreal. So kaya nila pumasok dun sa laban if they get close enough para madamagean nung Sunfire Capes ni Jarvan at ni Shen. They could just back away. Yun nga lang, I think what happens every time is that kapag pumapasok na, or when the team fights have started, masyado na sila, they get too close to Twisted Faith and MF that hindi na sila makagawa ng paraan para makatakas dito. And Twisted Faith using his ultimate, going in, targeting Bebe with the flash and the support of 4 of his teammates. Ang bilis ng responde dito, and with that, Ezreal goes down. So, we're seeing here that AHQ is more focused on team kills as of the moment. With regards to their team comp, I suggest they would push this game, finish this fast enough, and get their win. So far kasi kapag pinatagal mo pa tong laban na to, with that Maokai, Ezreal, and Kha'Zix, ang sakit-sakit niyan. And not wasting any time, mukhang naririnig ako. Yan, sila ay nagpo-push ngayon. Yun nga lang, on the other hand, we're seeing here that Stanley is not being phased out and is still continually pushing again the top lane dito. So as HQ is pushing the mid lane, patuloy pa rin ang pag-push ni Stanley. And even though 10-6 ang score, you can see total team goal difference, lamang pa rin ang TPA dito because of the farm that they have. Jarvan going in, again targeting Bebe. Kha'Zix trying to go in with the ultimate of Jarvan. Nalockout sila doon, stun sila. Little Balls out of position, goes down as well. And oh my gulay, it's a 2-for-1 exchange. And eto, AHQ now pushing the mid lane of TPA. So far, ito na naman tayo. OMG! Hold your horses! We'll try to fix this as soon as possible. Babalik ako kagad. And we'll give you more blow by blows of what's happening. Medyo critical na yung sitwasyon. Why is this? Oh my golly! Wow! Let's try to go back again to the game. Medyo critical na yung sitwasyon. TPA having a hard time. This is very, very interesting. TPA having a hard time in countering the strategy of AHQ, wherein they are having a mid-game, early game to mid-game pressure. And so far, eto, back to the ball game. I'm very sorry for what happened. We are seeing that AHQ has now destroyed the inhibitor, the mid inhibitor of TPA, and TPA is trying to defend the lane. So far, yun nga lang, kahit na nasira na ng AHQ yung mid inhibitor ng TPA, kapansin-pansin pa rin that the total team gold is still dead the same. Even though 13-7 ang score, lamang ng 6 kills, you cannot just underestimate TPA with this. If AHQ relaxes in this part of the game, this would be very, very, very crucial and painful for them. You have to keep in mind that also looking at the items of Nidalee with this, eto, trending na rin to, Iceborne Gauntlets. Every time you cast a skill and you do a normal attack, super slow AoE. So we'll see on how they would utilize it. Kha'Zix now with the Black Cleaver and Bloodthirster items. And both teams are now having the objective in preparing for the Baron. Dinter having the Oracle, while Green Tea has chosen to put some pink wards in the area. So tingnan natin kung paano nila didiskartehan dito. This is a very close fight in terms of gameplay. Medyo we're not seeing the best potential yet of TPA here, but we're seeing that AHQ is nagwa-volleyball ang kanilang game pacing dito. Kanina, in the early part of the game, pinace ng AHQ, and mid-game came, pinace ng TPA, and now AHQ had a opportunity to pace the game right now. And so far, ito, Stanley, sinasabayan ni Pride sa hirap din dito si Stanley, nasabayan si Pride at with the a lot of armor and the tankiness from the Warmogs, hindi mabawasan ng hindi gumuguhit ng todo yung buhay ni Prides dito. And what HQ is probably planning is that they would force a split push, then if needed, Shen would go and support his teammates. Pero kung papabayaan to si Shen, he would go directly all the way to the bottom inhibitor if they would permit this to happen. And so far, we're seeing here that Toys is now has maxed his evolution and level 16 na siya. So far, siya pa lang ang hindi namamatay in the side of TPA, and the one not yet being dead on the side of HQ is Garnet Devil. So both teams have immortals so far. Tingnan natin kung sinong bibigay dito. So far, ayan, sa lahat ng nanonood, and you are watching the third game for tonight. This is the main, probably I could say the main event of the evening. HQ versus TPA, Game 3 for the second week of the GPL 2013 spring season. And ito, kitang-kita natin that having the pink ward set for the Dragon, not being faced by the AHQ, they have opted to kill the Dragon. Yun lang, not wasting any time. We are seeing that HQ has now going for a quick Baron kill, aabot kaya sila, and seeing that may wards din doon ang TPA, they just back away. Pero kung maaga-aga sana silang nakapwesto doon, kaya pa sana nilang mapatay si Baron with the damage that they have. Pero yun nga lang, okay, looking at the team comp, two tanks for HQ against one tank for TPA, but the biggest, I guess the most influential here is the two AD based damagers. Okay, for TPA, kung magawa ng paraan nila makapag-close na naman ng gap dito sa AHQ, isang laban na lang to, isang clash na lang to, ito na magde-decide ng laban. If TPA would lose this upcoming clash, they would lose this match. If HQ would not position themselves well enough, pwede silang matalo din dito. So, hold your horses. Isang laban na lang to. Mukhang dito na mangyari. Ang sakit ng damage na nakuha ni Green Tea from Stanley and Ezreal. Yun nga lang, Stanley being stunned. Ang laki ng buhay na nabawa sa kanya. Twisted Fate using his ultimate with the follow-up by Shen. Tingnan natin kung anong mangyayari dito. Oh no! Ang mali ang prediction ni Twisted Fate doon. Ezreal on the choke point, having to use his ultimate. Sa sinagot ng bullet time ni Miss Fortune. A good exchange coming from both teams, and knowing that their ADRs and support have low life, they try to disengage. So, critical ang nangyari kung nagawa ni RT na mag-TP ng medyo hindi doon sa golem side, baka naubos ang buhay ng TPA doon. And seeing that HQ is now trying to go back to the base to regenerate their life, TPA not wasting any time, goes into the Baron. Sinagot to ng AHQ, at eto na ang huling laban. Shen killing Ezreal, Maokai getting the last hit for the Baron. Yun nga lang, eto, we're seeing Kha'Zix dealing a lot of damage here in this fight. It's a 2 versus 4. Ang ganda ng pagkakabait kay Stanley. TPA Toys running for his life dahil sa burn na binibigay ng Sunfire Cape. At yun nga lang, ang natira na lang dito is Shen. Very good micro coming from Toys and Stanley. And with that, we have the ace for the match. Okay, so ito, RD Gison, hindi... I said AD-based damagers because Kha'Zix, ayun, is not technically their main carry, okay? Hindi ko naman pwede sabihin ADR, okay? Okay, so thank you for correcting me again. Ito, napakagandang outplayed doon ang AHQ. Sobrang nag-focus sila. They have the right targets pero na micro. Sobrang ganda ng pagkaka-micro ni Stanley doon at ni Toys. Ang galing nung decision na yon. It was a very clean fight. And so far, eto, the gold has now clearly taken the side of TPA. 49.8k against 43.5k gold advantage. Although team kills are still in favor of AHQ, this is very, very minute in this time of the game. So ito, we're seeing, as far as you can see, both teams are now opting for having the next objective being the Baron and Dragon. Habang inaantay nito mag-respond at may Baron buff dito ang TPA, they are now opting for a straight push dito sa mid lane. And RT now going for the blue buff habang medyo late na paglagay ni Dinter doon ng wards. Still Dinter has the Oracle and we'll see on how HQ would defend their lane knowing that TPA has now the Baron buff and the major advantage for this match tonight. And Toys now harassing Shen dito sa bot lane habang kasama niya si Ezreal and Stanley and Dinter trying to clean out the wards of HQ and wala silang magawa just to watch their tower being destroyed here in the bottom lane. So far, eto na, iba na ang pacing ng laban. TPA is now setting the pace of the game and with that Baron buff, medyo kailangan mag-ingat ng AHQ dito. So far, we're seeing that the poke damage coming from Stanley is very painful. TPA, ito na. Start ng clash coming from MF using the bullet time. TF, critical ang buhay. Na-suppress si Toys. Toys trying to back away. Pero anong nangyari? Ito, nawala na sa fight si Toys. Toys on the sidelines. And Ezreal, Asu na naman na nakuha ng TPA. Ang galing, sir! Napakagandang laban. And not wasting any time. Rekta na ang TPA dito. And with that, this would be the end of the match for Game 3. TPA is the winner. Grabe. Whew. So, ayan. Nakita nyo kung ano nangyari. Again, for everyone else, we do apologize for the technical issues that we are encountering. But rest assured, we are doing our best to make this the best possible stream for the Filipino players. At nakita nyo naman, napakaganda. Okay, I would give credit to AHQ for having the best so far. As far as I can see, this is one of the best matches for the GPL, even though 3 days pa lang to. Okay. The counter strategy for Stanley dun sa early part of the game wherein tinapatan siya ni Miss Fortune and ni Lulu was a great choice. Kahit papano, hindi napigilan ang TPA na mag-straightforward, mag-dictate ng game. As far as you can see, in the early to mid-game phase, dinidikta ng AHQ kung paano iikot ang TPA dun sa mapa. Yun nga lang, sa sobrang pagdidikta nila is Twisted Fate frequently went out of his lane, leaving Kha'Zix to farm. And when they had to change lanes, doon na nagsimula yung kalbaryo nila. Nung nag-focus sila kay Kha'Zix, napabayaan nila si Stanley. Nung napansin na nila si Stanley na nagpupush, si Ezreal may gamit na rin. So when it came to team fights, they weren't prepared enough to invest in tanky items. They relied on their burst damage. It came to the point that TPA had so much life and tankiness na turtle nila yung laban that the burst damage was not significant. And in the end, okay, that kind of game style of attrition-based play style wherein you turtle the game so hard because of your lineup, ayun, nga. Okay, so ayan, again sa lahat, nakita nyo naman that we are still having some technical issues, pero rest assured, okay, we'll try to fix this as soon as possible, even though, yun nga, I do apologize na most of the time na nagkakaroon ng sablay kapag malapit ng mag-clash. God forbid, this is not my plan, this is not anyone's plan. We all want this to be happy for everyone. And yan, this is my last set of bati-bati portions before I rest my voice and resume the fight tomorrow. Ayan, kina Mark Francis, Green Goblin, John Romara, kay Neil Magalang, kay Noso Funny, kay Mel Dutz. Again, very thankful ako sa lahat ng mga comments nyo. For sure, we would improve everything that we are seeing right now. And kay Gimel, nagpapabati sa GG Cyber Cafe sa Mariveles. And sa mga player ng LOL, Kogyo, Gate 1, alam ko yan, sa may Masinag yan, malapit lang yan. Dati ako tumatambay dyan sa may Padilla. Okay. So, ayan. Binabati ko rin dyan sina GM Eunice and GM Gray. Medyo kinakapos na ako ng hininga sa lahat ng GMs natin dito. Kay GG Spear na hindi ako sinamahan ngayong gabi kahit na masama loob ko sa'yo. Okay lang. Kay GM Spade, kay GM Prince, as well kay GG Ragin. Maraming salamat. Again, sa lahat ng manonood. Ayan. John Nodge. Pabati daw kay Flipo. Binabati ko rin ang ating GCA staff and manager. Ayan, si Jobs. Ayan, sa lahat ng nagtatanong, schedules for TPA tuloy. For MLE, bukas and sa Sunday, 7 PM po ang start. Okay. Pabati sa mga huling natin. Okay, sa lahat ng nanonood, maraming salamat. Again, with all my heart, it's very much appreciated na sinabayan nyo ako sa hirap at dusa na nangyayari sa lahat ng DC. Okay. Again, if you have any more suggestions, just post or PM me kung paano may improve tong ating shoutcast production. Although this is, yes, taglish, we want this to be understandable for everyone. Okay? As long as enjoyable. Kay Tank Beta, yan, binabati kita, and kay Roman Pass. And kay James Valenzuela, everyone, and especially, ang inaantay nyo. Sooner or later, makikita nyo na to sa screens nyo ulit. Kay GM Meow! Ay, nabati ko rin yan. Na lahat na nandito. And please guys, don't forget to greet GM Ultier on her birthday. This is very much appreciated. Okay, so in behalf, James Valenzuela, nabati na kita kanina. On behalf of everyone else who has just watched and listened to me, maraming salamat. Again, I'm Jim Chef. We'll see you tomorrow on the day 2 of the GPL 2013 spring season. So, maganda kami sa lahat. And more power. Laro pa tayo mamaya.
Are you guys ready for some League of Legends action?
Jackie!
damage. Nubu Froster in the finals.